I've been working for years. I'm married with kids. In and out of work, I put on a coat, a dress that looked like one was happy. I don't know if you're with me. But inside, I knew I wasn't that happy person. Okay? Always looking for something to do, something to give you that joy in terms of having time for your family and being able to meet up your responsibilities. But nothing was just coming. Why? Because we find ourselves in a country where you have to be the one to pay your light bills, pay your children's school fees, fuel your generator, pay your house, and everything is on you. And the minimum wage is little or nothing to write home about. Now I came onto this platform, and what this team has been able to do for me, we are called Fortune Expression. It has been able to make me a better person. Are you with me? It makes you to see the gold you have in you. It makes you to understand that you are more than a conqueror. It makes you to understand that all you need to do is to have faith and take a first step towards conquering your fears. Are you with me? Now, we're going to have on stage one of us, someone I respect so much, a director in this business, to come and give us a little introduction into what this platform is all about. This platform has been able to raise amazing leaders, amazing people that have been recognized globally and internationally. And we are so blessed to be able to share from their wealth of experiences. I want to call on stage, I call him the white man. I call him the junior brother to our CEO, Mark Stevens, a man I respect so much. Mr. Ngo Alalibo. You can do better than that, please. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Morning, everyone.
Morning. How are we, guys? Awesome. First of all, apologies for keeping you guys waiting a bit. It's a cold morning. Can you touch the person next to you and say good morning? Touch the other person and say, bring energy here. Welcome on board. Welcome, guys. And my role here is simple and but very profound. I'm going to be talking about a brief history of what Fortune X stands for, how Fortune X came into being, and currently what Fortune X is doing around the world. Fortune X started about 19 months ago as a group of entrepreneurs who have a passion to crack global economic trends and raise a community of successful and aggressive entrepreneurs. You guys are watching as I'm counting my words, Abby. Okay, so Fortune X is a community of entrepreneurs that is leveraging on 21st century business models to raise a community of aggressive, successful, and competent entrepreneurs. We started as 4 persons, and within 19 months, we've expanded, we've grown, it has become a revolution. Make no mistake about it, Fortune X is a revolution. As we were coming in the car, we were listening to the news, and we got to, one of the things they were talking about was visas. And we realized that a lady was saying that she was coming out of the UK embassy, and she got to meet a lot of people standing at the Indian embassy, Nigerians trying to pass across to India. And one of the things she asked herself is, what exactly is happening in India that will be making this crowd want to cross over? She went to the Russian embassy, she saw people there were not too many, so she now reminded herself that Russia is very cold, so Nigerians are not going there. Then she went to the US embassy. She said the crowd she saw was a town hall. people are trying to escape the shores of Nigeria so that they can get to greener pastures. Is there any greener pasture anywhere? So what Fortune X is doing is raising a community of entrepreneurs. Make no mistake about it. If you have grown up in the Nigerian society, in the typical education, you have not been trained to think like an entrepreneur. So as a community, we are taking it to another level. We are crossing people from an employee mindset, from a self-employment mindset, and taking people into a world where they can take responsibility to what happens to them in terms of their time, in terms of their finances, in terms of their future, and in terms of the quality of life they desire to live. In our society, we normally embrace a lot of things, but we also have a society of people who need a lot of information. We normally say that, well, there are a lot of, if once there is ignorance, there's a lot of opportunities, obviously. Yeah. But what Fortune X has done in the past 19 months has constantly raised the bar for what it means to be a success and to help yourself to achieve your dreams. Anybody based on this platform who comes on board can start from day one and can achieve any level of success that they desire. True or true? Is a leveler in society, and Fortune X has created that platform because as good as our platform is, having a fabulous company, a fabulous product, fabulous compensation plan, and a fabulous support system. As good as all of that is, what makes a company succeed is the individual. And Fortune X creates that value. Fortune X creates that out of the person so that we can empower ourselves to fulfill our dreams. So on the whole run, when we look at everything Fortune X is doing, we are truly setting a standard and we are on the cutting edge of what is happening around the world. Can we put our hands together for ourselves? So when you come on board Fortune X has several core values. One of the first things we tell ourselves is when you come on board Fortune X, don't come to do, come to what? Learn. Learning is one of our core values. If people must go from where they are to where they need to be, they must decide to learn. They must decide to go over what they have been experiencing, develop their minds to another level so they can appreciate and embrace the levels they want to get to. Second thing Fortune X is also very passionate about is building and maintaining systems. We've come to realize that every wealthy man is building a system. Every other person is looking for a system to walk in. Are we together? Every wealthy man is looking for an opportunity to leverage, to enter into one system. How many of us know a vehicle or a car is a form of leverage? It's a form of leverage, and people enter into a vehicle and it takes them from where they want to be or where they are to where they want to be within a short space of time. All you need to do is just to be pressing the accelerator and the brake, and the car will be moving. From here, you can move to Lagos by basically moving your leg like this and like this. Is that okay? How many of us prefer that one to trekking? You know, so everybody, every businessman is looking for a platform to step on top of to get him to where he's going to. Too many people are looking for political offices. It's a form of leverage. When you enter there, the whole jurisdiction's money and account is in your control. That's a leverage. Are we together? So we have several platforms, and today we celebrate this platform because it is a system. It gives us a leverage to get to where we want to get to in life. So put all of that together, Fortune X is a community of successful entrepreneurs. We are moving from one level of success to another level of success. Incidentally, when you come on board Fortune X, you are the one who determines the level of success you want to get to. We normally say you are in business for yourself because you are the one who is going to enjoy the fruits of it. But you are not in business by yourself. You have a whole community of entrepreneurs that are financially motivated to support you, give you the kind of orientation you require, training you require to get the level of success that you truly deserve. We believe in Fortunex that everybody is created for greatness, everybody should have health, everybody should have prosperity, and everybody should be willing to move from where they are to leaving a solid legacy for everybody they come in contact with. So Fortunex is a powerful community. It's an awesome community, and we celebrate each other. Right now, Fortunex is more than 4,000 people. After 19 months, I thought we'd put our hands together. It was a church now, from 4 persons to 4,000 in 19 months. Is that not growth? That would have been a mega church by now. To collect offering here now. You can go to sleep. Awesome. So that's Fortunex. And in the next few months, 6 to 18 months, we have projections of raising a whole lot more millionaires, 6-figure earners, 7-figure earners, and people that truly are on the cutting edge of their game entrepreneurially. And we are making plans. We have a lot of systems we put in place that can allow people to get results. As we've grown in business, as we've grown in our trade, we have seen a lot of things. We've made a lot of money, we've made a lot of mistakes also. But in business, how many of you know that if you make mistakes in business and you still make money, that's a good thing? Because typically in business, if you make money, you can end up in jail if you're not on the right platform. So we have a platform that allows people to make progress by partnering with us on every level to get the kind of results that they deserve. So you are welcome to this session, the V.V.F session, and everything you hear in this place is desired to, or we desire it to move you from one level of success to another level of success. One level of information to another level of information. One level of victory to another level of victory. So everything we'll experience here is for your benefit. Make it important to you. Get your pens, get your paper out, and make it a time well spent. Thank you for coming, and at this point, I will invite our able MC to come and take us to the next thing.
Thank you, Lisa. Okay. I've been in this business for about 7 months, and within this period, I've met amazing people. I've had amazing testimonies, and I have seen amazing testimonies myself. But because of time, I know that we didn't start early. We're going to streamline our testimonies to about 2. The first person I'm going to call is a woman that came into this business. The first time I met her, I actually met her through her husband. So when I met her, I was trying to introduce her to the business. She was like, she didn't even want to hear about it. She was like, if you want to go with my husband, but for me, no. I was like, madam, no. And that was just it. But somehow, when God has a divine plan for you, it can only tarry for a while, but definitely to come to pass. So, about a month ago, she came and bought this business. She was exposed to what we are all exposed to this morning, and she caught the vision. And it's been an amazing, journey for her within this 1 month plus. So I want you to hear from her. So I'm going to call here Mrs. Unoka Urerime. Can you put her hands together for her, please? Unoka, please.
Good morning, everybody. I don't know what I'm talking about now, the testimony of the health or the testimony of the platform. The platform, right? Okay. Yes, I've been in how many network marketing business? Like 5 of them now. But what I saw when I joined TREVO is amazing. This is the first time I'm actually trying to do network MLM as a professional. I quite appreciate the training and the support I have been getting from my team members. So Fortunex, because I heard it's Fortunex that actually started this whole thing. It's really, I've never been discouraged from the beginning. When I came on board, it was like, I was just asking myself, how am I going to do this? I don't want to do this the way I was doing the other network marketing business. I want something to be different. And lo and behold, I came on board and I found out there is really a structure. There is something that these guys have planned. It's not going to be business as usual, and I have not for one day regretted it. This is an amazing platform. It's encouraging, and I wish everybody can come on board. The way I'm just moving now, exposing the business to everybody I see, is like I've seen something that I've never seen before. People come on board and come and experience what I am experiencing. It's amazing. There's nothing else I can say.
All right. It's been an amazing experience for her. I will give you a bit of my own experience in the last 6 to 7 months. When I came about this business, like I said, I was looking for something to do. I was working. I had a fantastic job, in quotes, because when you actually go out in the morning and you have like a few people that actually report to you, you tend to be like you're on top, but your salary has nothing to write home about. I worked for a one-man business and the workload was amazing, it was overwhelming. But every month I got paid, but the salary did not come in at the end of the month. They were always coming like towards the tail end of the next month. But what this business has been able to do for me is they've been able to make me understand that when you work and you earn, whomever you're working for should be able to tell you thank you. Are you with me? But when we work, as we go out on the daily basis and we're working for someone, when they pay your salaries at the end of the month, they expect you to say thank you. But it's actually your wages, it's your right. Are you with me? So if you try to make any issue out of it, your salary could be deducted. So I actually resigned and I came on board this platform. And when I came on board this platform, I was actually, how do I put this? Not pressured, I don't want to use the word pressured, but my upline kept on talking to me about it. But there's something about when it's time, when you actually see something. So finally I came on board this business and I've never seen any training like I've seen in Fortunex. Because here on this platform, they train you to be a better person. But like you say, you train and retrain. If a cup is full, there's no need to fill up that cup anymore. It will just be a waste. But if the cup is half full, like I always say, you can always add knowledge to it. Always be open to learning. Always be open to understand where you are and what you actually want out of life. Because most times when we come out of school with our certificate, we just assume that we have it all and we're supposed to get the job. But it's not really the certificate, with all due respect, that makes you an essential person. It's your potential that makes you essential. So even though you have a certificate and you don't have any potential, you're not going to be essential. So what this platform does for you is, this platform makes you an essential person. And what I've been able to appreciate on this platform is I've been able to meet friends. I've been able to stand up to talk to people I never thought I'd be able to talk to. People see you and they see, you as an epitome of someone who has integrity and value, because we have a product that speaks for itself. So, to take us on to the next stage of our presentation today, I want to call on stage a young man I respect so much. You see, age is nothing but a number, honestly. And the first time I met this young man, when I came on board, and I was told, he had achieved so much, he was, actually earning millions. I looked at him again, I was like, this one, earning millions. And he was so young and all that. But the day he opened his mouth to speak, I knew there was something amazing about this young man, a wealth of knowledge. He's currently the youngest millionaire, TREVO globally and locally and internationally. He's someone I respect so much. I'm going to call him up here to come and give us a bit of his, wealth of knowledge. With all due respect, I call him my boss. I call my boss, Mr. Tombra Basketball.
Good day, everybody. Good day, everybody. We're going to go just right quick into what we have today. I'll share a little of my story. My name is Tombra in the basketball, and I heard about this whole platform about over 18 months back. And for the first time seeing everything around what's going on, what Fortinet is, and the possibility of individuals today, irrespective of who you are, where you come from, your background, that you can start up something and create your own future by yourself. When I understood this concept first, I was still a student, very scared of my future. You know our Nigerian market, you come out of school, you hope you have either carry CV up and down, or if you have somebody connected high up there to connect you, then you have a choice, you have a chance. Are we together? But I heard about this whole platform, saw the future, and within the whole thing, I realized a statement made by a wise man that wherever you be in your life is regulated by the environment you find yourself in, the books you read, the pictures you see of yourself, and the people you meet. I was invited there by a young man who has been my own mentor. He has been one of the reasons why if you see anything about me today admirable, it's all tied to him. He used to say that Nigeria will change, but it doesn't mean that everybody will change. As great as America is, there are some people living under the bridge that if any change must happen, it must first start personally. Heard about this platform, he has been a successful person in the industry, a blue diamond executive, and helps many other people become multi-millionaires, of which I am just one. I thought you should want to celebrate that. And all the way from the city of Abuja, he came here not to tell you everything about himself, but to show you how within the next 6 to 18 months, with what we are about to do right now, you also can have the same story. You also can be standing on this podium 18 months from now to share how sometimes you were here, sometimes you met an individual, and sometimes you got an understanding that wealth creation is not a mystery, it's not spiritual, it's a formula, and anyone that understands it can create something for themselves. With a standing ovation, can you help me welcome my friend and brother, Moses?
I'm a bit shy. I don't know how to be shy anymore. Wow. Some people are not smiling. Just try to smile. There's no smile due to the face. It helps. One, it helps to brighten the environment. Two, it helps to keep everywhere okay now. Okay. So can you look your neighbor and smile? You think I'll forget? Look your neighbor and smile. It's really. There are certain neighbor's face you see provoke smile. Just check your neighbor's face. You don't know how to smile, you look in neighbor's face. Some of them, their ear can make you smile. Their nose, just something has to make you smile. Wow. One more thing we're going to do before we move on. I realize oftentimes people need meetings like this and they don't know themselves. So we've learned a new habit of, before the meeting kick off, before people start getting too serious, to listen to everything. Just try to know at least 5 persons in the meeting. Introduce yourself. Like Jason taught me, he said introduce yourself as a billionaire. So you say I'm billionaire Moses. You understand? He say you have opportunity to speak well about yourself, speak better about yourself. You speak low, it's just option. 2 things I can never do in life is to drink small and to speak small. They are both free. You can dream as large as you want to dream, but this is when you see people just reduce the dream to a great extent and say, I don't want something big, I just want a small car, a small house. Are they paying for the dream? It's free, man. Dream and dream and dream and dream and say anything more to dream. And that's the same way we talk. So talk about yourself better. Speak better about yourself, call yourself the real name. If you have a better way, identify yourself better. So introduce yourself to 5 persons. Stand up, change seats. And your Moses. I'm sure the person knows you very well. This meeting is actually designed for great minds and entrepreneurs, especially the 21st century entrepreneurs. People who are current with the current information going on with the current world. We've come to realize that if your information is not as current with the current world, you will be outdated with the past world. The world is a consistent moving train. The only problem is this: not everybody join the train. And it's not careful to know how many persons is within the train. It will always move. Just always be current. I can never be in an outdated vision. This plan you see here is a current vision. This is a 21st century movement. It's a moving train. Some will enter, some won't. Some will watch the train. Have you seen when they watch train move? The one standing, if it's just moving, and they will choose their friend. That's how it's moving. And to only be a story. But you won't miss out. So let me just pick out some things. First of all, I bring greetings to us, and I bring greetings from Abuja. Oh my goodness. When I say, some people just sound like, wow, was it 2 years ago he left? Or just a few weeks ago. But I'm not using, you understand. Actually, I just have to be there. I was speaking with Mark Steven. He said I was chatting with him. Funny enough, I chat with Mark Steven now. I didn't know. As I was chatting with him, he wrote LOL. I said, who white men do what? He laughed out loud. I could make him laugh out loud. He just don't understand. I used to think it's only your friends, your pals, just do LOL. He just says my pal. And a multi-million-dollar man. Right? He got law. I said, wow, I'm cracking this man's series. I crack it again. It was awesome. He told me he's happy that I'm in Abuja. He wrote something to me. He said, Abuja has no leadership. See, it's the same statement every time. A land will not succeed because of the good products or because of the good ideas. Succeed because of true leadership. We are where we are today because of effective leadership we have in Port. Simple and short. My stretching of myself to that place is not to go and meet everybody in the street and say join TREVO. It's not true. If I can raise 10 trained leaders, lay a better structure, the land will take over. That's just it. So all we do here today is not the usual. A lot of people have known about this industry, but not in this particular plan. We have people who have abused the industry over time. What this industry has been suffering from over time is not as a result of poor value, poor products, or people who are not paid. The idea is we have wrong leadership. And where people don't lead, they must manipulate. So where we don't have leaders all this while, something was replacing that place. We had manipulators. And it's in every network system, even in Trevo. Whenever people can't lead, you must manipulate. Nothing can help it. So you either have leaders or you have manipulators. So what we are venturing on, we want to ensure if we have 30 entrepreneurs, you have 30 leaders. You are either a customer to us, business owner to business entrepreneur to us, or leaders. Business partners or leaders. 3 personality. End users, partners, and leaders. With this, we can make a large movement. As it is, by the time we got there, I just have to start saying, making move, and there has been progress, but I have to be here today for this event. And by His grace, after this one, we're moving to Bayelsa. We just want to make the move better now. It's possible. How many of us think it's possible? I believe it's possible. You also should believe it's possible. The normal slogan, if you think it's impossible, correct. If you think it's possible, you also are correct. I want to start this statement by saying one particular thing. I recently read something from a great mentor. He said that word, and that word struck my mind. He said, if you want debt, poverty, debt, that's debt, you're owing, poverty, lack, failure. He said there is a road, poverty, lack, stress. He said there is a roadmap already for that. All you need to do is not to think how you want it, just follow the system already designed for that. And you will just get there. He gave examples of system where you need to work for somebody or you are working for yourself. It's a roadmap that can lead people to debt, poverty, or stress for no reason. Say the same thing. If you want success, wealth, and one other thing again, there are also roadmap. There are also predictable system you can take that can just get you there. People who build system that works for them. What are we saying? Both failure and success will come to realize is predictable. Life is like a mirror image. People just follow paths and they don't know they're in a path. When I was in year 1, I finished on the Department of Human Anatomy. I don't know if you studied that course, Human Anatomy. Then if you study it in Uniport, there's a slogan they will tell you from year 1. I don't know if they say it in the other school, but in my own school, as a year 1, people in final year were telling us, just ensure you cross to medicine, because there is no future in this course. I know what we will say to them, it might not work for you, but for me, it must work. He said, you have to guide your own. Then they did a departmental conference or so. I think I was still year 1. Then the president was just saying something. One lady got out of the hall with anger and said to the audience, she was saying something outside. Say, why are you deceiving this year 1? As I'm living here, I don't even have the future. Tell them the truth. And you know, when you're 1, you just pity her life. So how did this one succeed without having a future? When we got to final year, I realized there were people saying the same words. Someone here said that kind of thing again. That all this you want, I wish I could stop them from reading this course. When we were in final year, I realized there were boys, there were people sitting in front seats. They are always the brilliant ones, or somehow, not brilliant, that's people who are serious in class. And there are always people sitting in back seats. From year 1, I can tell you can tell the people who sit in back seats in final year. I don't know if you understand. From that same year 1, you can tell people who sit in front seats. That's the one. Our final year class used to be like a classroom. So in that classroom, it has people who, sets of people who sit in front seats, are people who they just want they came for the highest level. They just want it best. They want it best. They want it best. They are serious minded. And there are some people who sit at the back. But these things always share itself. I don't know if you understand. Once you come to the one, they won't choose anybody. You sit in front, you sit in back. But I realize the set of people who sit in front seats always have the same character, attitude with the set of people who have been sitting there with all the sets that have been coming over. Then the ones who sit at the back seats always have similar characters. Just the same. You don't get it. Everybody's already on the road. You don't need to get to the end to know if you are going to fail or not. If there's a habit you will start today, you can just tell you where you're going to end. If you just start something today, there are people who just stand with us, okay, this is how our clique acts. What am I saying? If you start certain things, don't wait till the end to know if it's going to happen, it's not going to happen. The truth is, you can read the future from today. Because everybody look like someone in the future. I want to be like Bill Gates. I started reading their biography to check if I'm already on the same road track with them. I want to be like somebody like Dangote. I started reading his biography. I realized all great entrepreneurs have similar track road. True or true? It's just normal. It's a process. If you don't alter that road today, you just don't assume. Because we have two sets of people in this world: the people who live on certainty and the people who live on probability. I never can tell what will come out. You know what will come out. Let's stop lying. After school, it's normal to know. Once you never had a plan of how you're going to stand on your own, it's normal to think of how to look for a job. You don't need to be told. You are already on that track road. When you look for the job, as I was with every final year, they will say the same thing. They ask every final year student, what will you pay in the next 5 years? Just normal. I will get a good job, work for 5 years, resign, and start what? I didn't tell you, but you know. I'll work for 5 years. And the guy didn't know that they look for a job for like 4 years, you've not seen it. And he started looking for the job. 4 years he's looking for the job. His pay is this: when he got a job, there's another new one. He started looking for the dream job. He's working over, he's telling you this one I'm doing is not the main thing. I'm still looking for it. How many of you are still looking for your dream job? All I'm saying is that you can read life, not just you can read life from, because there's a track road already. We are choosing a track road, or we've chosen a track road as fortunates. It's called the entrepreneurship track road. All great entrepreneurs build a work system that works for them. The decision of taking this path is because we can see the ends from the beginning. Don't blame me much. It's not what I'm doing today. This is how I've been thinking for long. Started thinking like this for my year 2, year 3, coming up. My real problem started when I reached that called that in my year 2. From that day, I started looking for every book that has to do with rich and money. I think I've read a lot about money. Once you write money on your book, I'll buy. I bought Think and Grow Rich. I went to buy thick, no, I bought Rich Dad Poor Dad, then I bought Think and Grow Rich. When I bought Think and Grow Rich, my sister said, the next one you need to buy now is make the money now. But actually that's the truth. You could read all this book and you are still looking broke. So you need to make the money now, so you stop looking broke. But all to say is, it challenged my mind to realize that building wealth has to do with you building a system that will work for you. So for my final year, all I've been thinking is, how do they build system? I wanted a system, and that has been my dream. A system that could work for me. And that's why when I left school, today when I say this, I can say it today. But when I left school, I didn't open my mouth to say it, because there are certain things you say, people might think you run mad. I couldn't write CV, not because I don't know how to write CV, but I think I never had passion to write CV. I said all the wealthy men I know write profiles. The employees write CV. So it was a picture in my brain that I was not passionate about that area. I just lost passion. I wasn't doing anything serious as what people want to see, but I knew there's a track road. So once I follow this track road, I must become wealthy. I'm just talking about the track road. So if you are saying you want to be an entrepreneur, you just have to see what you are in for. It's not like employees don't make money. The problem is that when they make a lot of money, they lose a lot of time. So most of them have enough money, but they don't have enough time. Some of them don't even have enough money, and they also don't have enough time. Then we have the ones who have enough time, but their real problem, the money is not enough. And self-employed face those things too. I would rather be an employee than to be a self-employed. Before I used to think when you want to go into business, the best option is self-employment. Until I realized that when you use the word self-employed, your life is the business. So if you are sick, the business is what? If you are down, the business is down. If you are in Abuja, your business is in Abuja. Today I can be in Abuja, but I have system all over. When it was self-employment, somebody said he has 3 businesses. I said, what's the business? He said he has the same man has a dry cleaning shop. He also runs a taxi, and he's a barber. So in the morning he barbs, so in the morning he runs the taxi, and you see the way he was saying, say, I'm hustling. You know, the life you believe as work is when you look sweating, you are sweating and you're walking, people feel this guy is hard working. He drives in the taxi in the morning, wash in the afternoon, and barb at night. To him it's 3 jobs, but he forgot the fact that as long as you are trading time for money, it's not a system. True wealthy men trade value for money. So he's still using the same 24 hours. He's the same person. His money comes as he could share the time, not as his value could duplicate. So let's come to basic. I think one of the first things I want to do, and this is what we need in this class, because we are going to be a cool team partner with Fortunate, you just need to have the basic knowledge of how wealth flows. The first problem started from people not even knowing how the money comes, wealth. All the research I've done, I think people should study money as a course, study wealth as a course. We studied a lot of things, but very few people have studied about wealth. For 4 years reading about the human body, head to leg, and all I came out of school was the knowledge of the human body. So I realized you could study anything. You could start today as I want to study about wealth. The first thing you should know, I think anybody wants to know about money, that money, they often say money is not in heaven, it's on where? In all my research, it's not on earth. That's why people don't see it. If it's on earth, nobody will steal again. Even the robbers will pick it on the ground. know where it is so you can start looking for it. It's in people's pockets and their accounts. No money is on air. And until you know a system that can bring it with ease, you will might likely be frustrated. Let your neighbor be the richest man in the world. Ask him for 22.5. Ask him for 2.5. You will explain for it. Then you will know money does not flow the way you think. Let your friends buy Hummer in your front. Tell him you want 10,000 naira. You will speak good English for it. You will literally see him buying it. He cashed it before you. And you are saying, give me 10K. And your sister, you should just get it. But the truth is this, when people don't understand it from this perspective, how the money really flow and how the money really come. And that's one thing the wealthy man has used to deny the others of what people call wealth. They understand it. I define it in a very simple way. Long time when Congress and all of us were meeting those days before Trevo, I often say to them, this thing flow from just two words: the sugar and the ants. If all the ants you need, you could see in this world, is with the money you need, the truth is this: all you need to do, design a sugar. True or true? If you struggle to chase the ant one to get the money, you'll be frustrated. And that's what it means to start running one after the other to get money from people. You just have to know a sugar that will bring these ants together. If I drop a sugar here, within a short space of time, one ant will come, test it, go back. You will just watch, another one will come. Have you observed that the way ants come, they shake themselves like this? It happened there. And before you go, I'm telling you, communication. Check it, keep sugar here. Have more ants with tests. Go back. There is mystery in these things. But I'm telling you, this is how the same West system flows. We are just like the ants. All the money is in our pocket. Yours might be 200, 100. No matter how small you take, let me tell you the truth. All the wealthy men have designed something that wouldn't take your small from you. Your last 30 days income, where did you think you spend it on? Every money you gather didn't come to stay. It must go somewhere. The day you start thinking where it's going to, the day you start bothering about what is coming in for me. In fact, people don't work for their boss and they don't know. They work for this system without knowing. Whatever you want to spend your money for is why you were working, whether you know it or not. And even when you are aware, come to the full consciousness that these are the people taking, you can't still stop it. Why? True wealth system is built around the major necessities of man. All the wealthy men you see have built system around the basic necessities of man. Basic necessities of man need to be food, clothing, and shelter. Today, it has upgraded. We have transportation, communication, health. Which other one again? Fashion. Which other one again? Anyone you spend, you see, people just sit down, they know these are the major, and all that's where entrepreneurship falls into. The rest people in the society work for the system. This is what we are into. This is what we are after. This is our look at before the days run out. Every man needs a system, but not every man knows how to get there, to get the system. You got to realize that as much as good as it is, owning a system for yourself, you just need to learn how they build it. We summarize all this system building with 3 words. If you're not familiar with, I don't think you're familiar with the terms well of building wealth. We call it the V.V.F. I think a lot of us have been wondering, what's the name V.V.F? The first V there is value. The second B is volume. The F there is frequency. build a system around this tree. We try our best to always explain it because you're going to be a partner with this. This is what you should be seeing every day. I'm going around, this is all I see. The value is like the sugar. You just have to get something that will sell. The wise man said this, if you have any value system that your neighbor, even if you live in a bush, people will make bush track and look for you, through or through. If you have anything that can solve great problem, forget it. Money only flows to where value exists. Any money you can't trace to a value is called an illegal money. EFCC can probe someone for 10,000 naira, they can't trace to a value, and leave another person for 100 million naira, they can trace to a value. Some people met me those days. I met people who thought, what is this guy really doing? Because outside there, I'm just like every normal person. I could recall the first time I got my home. I wanted to pay to the agent. They almost thought I have a father that is coming to pay. I'm paying on behalf of my father. Because I just wear a normal t-shirt and I came as a young boy. She said, you want to take the house? I said, yes. I said, but I can transfer the money to you. She said, are you ready? She thought I could go by side, I could do the transfer now. She said, okay. She was still looking at me. She said, what do you do? Are you a pastor? A few months later, I got a brand new car. People were still wondering in my area, is this guy normal? As in, what is he actually doing? And the only thing people can suspect about me is a Yahoo boy. Because our society has made everybody believe it's not just possible to think you can become wealthy. They have made everybody accept a mediocrity spirit. Staying in the middle class of the world and think is a normal thing. And getting there late as a normal thing is like a norm. So when she said that, when I discovered all those people, the point is this: until some people start realizing I have a value, I'm trading with my world. Then they realize that this money, he deserves it. But if they can't trace the value I'm trading with my world, then you can actually work just like somebody told me, I did cut bush. I don't know, I heard the word cut bush. I said, ask what's the meaning of cut bush. He said, when you cut bush, go meet the doctor to give you the cash. We trade value for money. The value we trade in this industry is called Trevo. I came to realize that I think a lot of persons didn't understand it as a great value. I've often said that bottle is a diamond that will be despised and will be used. Some will despise it, some will use it. This industry promotes this great value. It's a value today not because of the name Trevo, because of two things. The current problem is solving today, and the problem is going to solve in the future. Trevo is not fighting disease. Trevo is actually fighting ignorance. The real problem today is actually ignorance. The death rate today is not as a result of the disease, it's as a result of the level of ignorance in the society. Every perish can be traced to ignorance. If people can get enlightened in our world today, you realize that death rate will reduce. Life expectancy will go up. And the height of this ignorance falls around the nutritional perspective people have about their body. I'm saying it over time, I'm saying it everywhere I go to. That bottle people see today, Trevo, is 10 years ahead of its time. It's an innovation. Every innovation will meet two classes of the world. To meet the ignorant class and to meet the enlightened class. Only the enlightened will appreciate the innovation. Only. When Ime came, it met two classes. He met the ignorant and he met the enlightened. Only the enlightened used email as a there. Yahoo, only the enlightened use it. People we are still using later, 9 posts. Most of us we are still writing love letters directly there, through or through. Some people have forgotten all the lines they use for the love letter here. Because it doesn't rain again. Only the enlightened utilize it. This is the point. It got to a time everybody moved from the ignorant box to the informed class. We are living in the world today, almost everybody is well informed about internet, email, nobody using data again. Night post is not even existing as much again. Through or through. This is the idea. What we are into is not to get people to buy a product, but to get people to leave the ignorant boxes to the what? To the informed box. Only the enlightened, only the well-informed will appreciate our brand. So the more we can get people informed, the more we can get people to see the value around the bottle, Trevo. If not, for what reason will somebody leave money in his pockets to appreciate that brand? I've gone around and discovered that when I talk to people and they just appreciate it, that person is enlightened. Go and check it. I was talking with a man in the plane when I was coming from Abuja. I said, sir, hope you're on Trevo. He said, what is Trevo? And I said, okay. I started explaining Trevo to him as one of the powerful nutraceutical juice in existence all the way from Oklahoma, USA. And I think it's something expected that every man at his age should be on that bottle right now. And I said, tell me more. We said talking, realized the nutritional value. He said he used to have arthritis and they introduced, placed him on nutrition, that just on nutrition alone, the arthritis left. He said, am I telling him that every nutrient is in that bottle? So the drag right now on him is not the fact of if it work or not. It's on the fact that, am I saying all nutrients is in one bottle? And I say, yes, sir. And it's even done in a juice form. He said, can I have one now? It was easy for him to appreciate it because he was first enlightened. I will give the same bottle to somebody walking on the streets who know nothing about life. And he will condemn it in my front. And the people who are more ignorant are more loud. Have you observed it? How about one bottle? If they I think it's realistic. That bottle is satisfied by Orak, Cap-E, Kosher, Nada, Halal. These are global bodies that evaluate Trevo and approve it for the whole world. Halal is a Muslim body approving for the entire Islam. Kosher approving for the entire Jew. They just got a new certification called vegetarian, which is a proof that everything inside this bottle is purely natural. And I will take the same bottle and give to somebody who has been trying to pass jam, didn't pass well. He will look at it, read everything and say, hey, they deceive you, all this isn't work. I asked the guy, one I said, see, it's either your eye is an eye gauge machine that you use engaging it for me. Because all these certificate bodies have evaluated. So what did you use to gauge your own? Most times those analyses come from preconceived mindsets. That anything that looks like this is bad. Have you not met people, the first thing they will give to you, is it not like? Read the letter from the CEO. He said, years ago when Trevo began its global search for the most nutrient-dense plants, herbs and fruits, we determined that we will never allow these products to simply become another me-too product. In order not to make it another me-too product, But while they went on a long search, I always say TREVO is not just a drain, it's an innovation. Innovation is what makes work easier and faster. When man has to off the telly, come back and sit down, he has to think of something else. What did he think of? Remote control. Today, some remotes on telly use whisper. Hope you are aware. Control most tellies like this now. Volume. Innovation. When man has to talk from one place to another, somebody talk on the telecommunication, phones. When man needs to travel from one place to another faster, cars came, plane came. Innovations. When the world will realize, when people start moving from the ignorant box to the informed box, that's when they will appreciate this brand as an innovation. Today, where we are, we still have 80% of the society, great percent, not just Nigeria, even America. America has the bloodiest statistics that says most of their death rates caused by poor nutrition is equivalent to the death rates caused by tobacco. Most of the death rate caused by poor nutrition is more than the death rate caused by gun and accidents. That's the statistics. In the sense that they realize that, see, when you hear poor nutrition, the level is showing you the level of people at the ignorant box. When you hear ignorance, you are still telling you of people who still believe that when the food tastes good, is what? Good. That's why a lot of people know the taste of the food. Some people change their balanced diet. When they want to say balanced diet, they mean when the meal is changing, the diet is what? Is balanced. And that's how people feel balanced. So they take bread and tea in the morning, what will they take in the afternoon? If they take rice in the afternoon, what will they take at night? Even you will feel balanced. If you eat like that, you will feel balanced. But this is a proof of the fact that some people are still not informed about the major necessities of nutrients. Nutrients are natural biochemicals designed by God to keep man healthy. They are found in food, but when we process our food in the normal processed form, we lose a lot of them. They say man's problem started when he discovered heat, fire. Most nutrients don't undergo heat. That's why you can't plant your boiled yam. Have you planted boiled carrots before? It's a sign telling you something is dead inside. But it's not actually our fault. This was how we were colonized, grew up with a sad diet. It's called the standard American diet. You can't change it today. When a lot of persons will get informed, we are coming to the age where almost everybody you meet will be well informed about the basic nutrients that keeps man healthy. That time is coming. But this is the only problem we are going to face with that time. When we get to that time, people's problem won't be the knowledge, people's problem will be the culture. I often ask, and I do ask almost every time now, how many of us are aware eating onions raw is far better than cooking it? Let me see your hands up. You know it. That to eat onions raw is far better than cooking it. Let me see your hands up. Let us wave it. I want to see the hands. For everybody hands that are up, how many eat onions raw every day? You eat onions raw every day. Let me see the hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did you observe that the numbers of persons aware, hello, the numbers of persons aware is far higher than the numbers of persons who do it? We live in a world whereby somebody can teach you 101 ways to be wealthy and is broke man. Somebody can teach you 200 ways to lose weight and she's fat. The problem is not the knowledge again, the problem is this, keeping to the culture. I'm telling you, the only problem we are going to face over time is that people will get to know that this is what it will take man to stay healthy. Get all the fruits and vegetables, but the culture of going to get all these things will be the issue. If you buy the fruits 3 times and it gets spoiled in your fridge 5 times, you might always give up. Almost give up. At that point, when you say to that same man trying to like nutrition and to stay healthy, that man that is well informed right now, that see what to stay to keep your cells renewed always is just the nutrients God has designed. What to stay to prevent quick aging is the nutrients. At that time when people will get so well informed about the fact that all non-communicable disease can be prevented by proper nutrition. At that stage, if you tell them all nutrient is in one bottle, designed in a juice, then they will appreciate it. True or true? We have a long time to go. Right now, our brand is face to face with ignorance. Don't try to say to anybody, educate us. I'm telling you out of experience. People will only speak. Ignorance is not bad. Don't think ignorance is bad. Ignorance is actually knowledge at a particular level. The day you get a higher world, that's when you can accept it as ignorance. But everything you see as ignorance is actually a knowledge. Do you think within now and the nearest future, our brand, I wish I had the bottle here. I like holding it these days. I wish to hold one here. This bottle is going to be the next $1 billion brand. Do you think so? Let me see your hands up.
Yes, sir.
Because it has to do with the value. If this is the value, because TREVO is not another me-too brand, it's just a brand having all the essential nutrients God has designed to keep man healthy. Any day people can buy into wellness, they will buy into this brand. I've seen it happen with ease. I find it easy talking to the Enlightened. They appreciate our brand. But that's the value. Our value is divided into two. I'm just doing a pure training on everybody. Divided into two. The first one, we call it the product value. The second part of the value is called the person value. Let's say the person value. Upon of the time, we realize that, see, good product value, the next problem is the person value. This bottle will sell in point A hand, and point B it might not sell. Another one will be blaming the bottle. This thing is not moving. Someone else will pick the same thing that is not moving, and it will expand. Beyond the product, good products, whether I join or not, this product will expand. I'm telling you, I don't want to go into some deep talk about it today. But when it comes to the person value, we separate so many things over time. I also say in my hand, TREVO is a different bottle. In your hand, that's where it is money. What sells first in every business is the person value. Every business has this two value system. If you go to a restaurant, they might have a good food. If their salesman or their sales girl is saucy and is bad, you might not return back again. Good food, which is their product value, but poor person value, they kept there. That's why most staffs today, most companies are doing staff training. They just want you don't understand, beyond what they render, the next value inside that company is the employees they keep there. As most companies will invest a lot in their staff, take them for training. All is just to build the person value. And when people join this industry today, beyond these products, the better you grow, the better your business. Actually, what's expanding is the person value. What's growing is the person value. I realized a number of times I've grown over time. I checked the level I've gotten to. I said to myself, I want something more. Because I want something more, I don't have anything to increase in this bottle. Are we together? I don't have anything to add. You can't add extra sugar in TREVO, it's already sweet. Can't make it more sweet than it is. But I can tell you, you can add a lot in the person value. You can upgrade it. If only you know what is selling is the person value. In every business, the person value sells first. I will talk over time that in the person value there are two aspects. There is the external part of it and the internal part of it. Call it the external packaging and the internal packaging. The external will apart, the internal will sustain. It's in every business. You just don't want to see life in the business form it has designed itself to be. So people have good external package but low internal package. So they might look so good outside, attract, but the internal could not sustain. So what we advise today, to build the person's value, in as much as you package the external, you have to package the internal. The internal can only be packaged by the numbers of knowledge you are throwing in. We call it personal development. They consciously do this. What I do in Abuja right now is that every evening I just go out to an entry just to read one book. Just to find a way to read till like 10, 11 to come back. I just want to build the person value again. But what can keep me standing before a multi-million-dollar man like Mark Steven is internal value. Every minute in life, in case you don't know, you're always selling. You are always selling. It's a battle of sales. Nobody wants to entrust anything in your hand if you are not qualified for it. Business, even the smallest money. I always give this story that people don't understand that before Saul would leave his whole store for David, say go and fight the entire Goliath and his army. David sold himself. Sold it in his stories. He was sharing stories, but Saul was listening. Say, oh, this guy carries something. Someone who could kill lion and bear. He has wailing. That's why you can be confident. Say, go and do it. Go and do it. No armor, you can still go. Say, they will use only catapult. Say, just leave him. I'm suspecting him. You can never tell his plan. But another person might come so ready and they might stop him. We are going to build the strongest entrepreneurship team you've ever known in this country. It must come from these two things. People will be ready to build the person value. Look good outside is the standard package. The internal is the personal development you do on yourself over time. Because the cup can only give what the cup can give. GP tank will offer GP tank size. That's why it seems that men are of different size. The simple truth is this: men have built themselves differently. So we are going to hold two value: the product value and the person value. That's why we believe in this business. It's not the money that should be the catch. Who you become while you are making this money is more important than the money. Take away everything from me today, I will rise back again. Because the person value wants more. We are so shocked about people running after the money and they are still losing it. Anybody who runs after money without value in his mind is getting nothing. It's fluke money. It doesn't last. Who you become while you are making this money. Who you become while you are getting the cars. Who you become, that's that person value. Every day I'm upgrading. Some are after the money, some are after the personal development. Meanwhile, the personal development brings back the money. There's one joke I used to hear. They say if you go to every wealthy man's house, you will see a library. Somebody went to every wealthy man's house, he saw a library. So he thought when you become wealthy, that's when you do the library. So he was waiting, looking for money so he can buy the library. But he didn't know it was the library that brought those wealth. Really, people say you don't manage well, you don't grow big to manage well. You manage well to grow what? Big. You just saying something I just want you to pick up. Is the becoming that comes first before the habit. If you have any value system that your neighbor, even if you live in the bush, people will make push track and look for you. Simple word. If you have great value like this, and you have a great testing value, throw me in any state, I will still make something out. When I entered Abuja, the people have been saying Abuja, the market there, someone was telling me, one of the leaders over there was telling me, Abuja market can't move like Port Harcourt. And they forgot that was same thing they said in Port Harcourt. The Port Harcourt office was supposed to be closed. I joined TREVO like 1 year and 4 months after TREVO has been in Port Harcourt. But what I was hearing from the founder was about closing the office around the same period I joined. And when I joined, people were also saying, these Port Harcourt boys, they are lazy. They say they just like to look good, but they don't like to make money. You know, there's a slogan for every state. If you go to Abuja, they say Abuja has a fake life. They have pride, but there's nothing in their pocket, but they can't show it. So because of the pride, they can't come and sit in a presentation. Because of the pride, they just don't want to prove they can do business like this. But the truth is this, not when there is a leader, not when the right perspective is sold. The same Port Harcourt today is almost looking like headquarters for the business now. The same empty states. The right value mentality. Say, I'm a value. I will sell. Anything that comes to my hands will work. It's as simple as that. After every man builds, get the right value, some acquire it, some build it. The next thing they focus on is the volume of that value. How many persons will my value get to? How many persons will my value expand to? It's not the value again that's the issue. What determines the next level of wealth is the numbers of persons that can access that value. Numbers of persons. 200 persons can access the value, 300 persons can. Numbers of persons that can access that value will determine the result around that business. Like I also said, let's assume Genesis have the best meat pie. The meat pie stays so sweet that whenever you eat the meat pie, you might never get hungry in the next 2 days. I'm not supposed to prepare it. As sweet as that meat pie, nobody will live by yourself. And you say, where are you going to? Say, I'm coming to buy meat pie. Say, boss. Say, I'm coming to go to Papa. Say, I'm meat pie. They say, they're going to meat pie. You can't just walk. For them to win the market in Bayelsa, they will need a duplication system over there. That's why you saw the rate of business expanding in duplication form. They keep opening branches to ensure they win the geographical regions. Those kind of duplication systems are seen as structural duplication, where they need to get a building down there and ensure business expand to that region. While the traditional duplication system, where after the manufacturer, the wholesaler will take over, duplicate the wholesaler middlemen to the retailer, then the retailers towards the end users, consumers. It's a means of duplication. So there are different tools people use in building their volume. So after you must have built a large, great value, amazing value, the next thing you have to think is the tools that you're using to build your volume. Some people use franchise. Some use internet. Someone like Masuga utilize the internet system in building his volume. He has to see the value of getting everybody in the world to enjoy a good relationship, communication, and the rest, called Facebook. But on one spot, with the aid of internet, he could get the whole world together, through or through. It's the same system. He has the sugar. We are like the ants. We just network ourselves there. Everybody has great value, great volume. The next one they do is, so we use network marketing. It's called the 6 degrees law of separation. And that's why I tell a lot of people who think network marketing is a marketing system where they join an industry, look for how to buy the product and how to sell. You're doing nothing. If you like sell 1 million of the company's brand and you don't understand what is network marketing, you will still be broke. is only a tool in building a large system, a large volume. It's a tool that expands the 6-degree law of separation, which says everybody knows somebody. They also do what? Know somebody. So once you've gotten the right value, we have a value like this, you have the person value, you have the product value. The next thing we focus on in our industry, we start building the volume. And the tools we use in this system is the network marketing tools. That's why people come for training. But in building volume, there's something you need to know. Using these tools, you have to build two things. Say two things. We are building size and we are building strength. So people build only size alone. I often say I would rather have a small net but a strong net than to have a large net but a weak net. We are not paid for size, we are paid for strength. So people's net is like cobwebs, so weak. It is you are size and strength. So I will talk how they build size, how they build strength. The two must come into play. When you are building size, you are building strength. When every company build the two, they are building size, they are building strength. But I'm a job build only size. Just keep getting people on board. They just don't know how to build strength. And once the net is weak, it's weak. It will fizzle out after a long time. After a short time, sorry. So in building size, the first one we have here is what we train people as prospecting. Prospecting helps us to build size in every net out of prospecting. A lot of people join this industry. They didn't learn the skills in building this industry. Like I often say, once you join this industry, you can't be called a networker until you perfect the skills, learn the skills, or open to the skills of network marketing. It's a profession. Although Nigerians don't do it professionally. You know what people see as network marketing is bugging everybody they see on the roads. Once you throw them in the pool of where people are, they believe they should talk to every human being. And as they come, their perfume smell networking. And people are locking up their hearts for them. Learn the skills is a profession. It's the most lucrative, least understood, and the most criticized business model on earth. Yet, one of the highest paid professions after professional sports. When people hear things today, that most of the 500 companies are utilizing network marketing as their duplication means, they don't ask questions. Most great men today are thinking if they want to go back all over to start again, they will start as a networker. Has its own skill. Prospecting is the first half. Prospecting does not mean getting people to talk to them about your business. We've learned over time that good prospecting is our ability, seeing first of all, use the word prospecting, knowing people that will be good for what you want, and knowing why you want them. I think people don't know that. I will have to see you first from a perspective, is this guy going to be a good customer to me, end user? We know our end, you prospect your end users, you prospect partners, and you prospect people that you can see as good leaders. Like what I do recently, I know every great teacher or everybody in teaching or coach or anything, they automatically find it easy becoming leader. So if I get to see them, I will prospect them from the leadership mentality. But what we do is this, knowing what you want from them, but the first act of prospecting is not to present, rather to make friends. Getting to get contacts. Getting to know more about the person. The average person jumps into people the very first time and they're already telling the person, I have a business for you. It's an amateur way. Make friends is the simplest form of prospecting. getting contact is the aim of every prospecting. And we learn to use the ice-breaking words in building the proper prospecting form. Ice-breaking words are good, intelligent questions to ask to get the person curious to know more. So we have time to learn all this. Proper prospecting will help you build size. Proper prospecting will increase what we call CC, contact like crazy. You keep having contacts every day. Everywhere you go, you learn to make friends. You say, ask for prospecting. You learn to make friends. That friend, you are seeing that friend that's going to be an end user to you, or is going to be a partner to you, or is going to be a leader with you. Most times, some will become nothing to you. But with the spirit of prospecting, you will learn to connect. So we advise you, you don't jump on them by saying, when people prospect, the next thing they do after is invite. Invitation is a different skill, separate from prospecting. You might have made you friends over time, and one fateful day, you give the person a proper invitation to a good presentation or an event or any form. Most times we advise people invite properly because when people stay apart, they always believe they know better until they come closer. How many of you, when your case gets some time, from afar you think you know what's happening. When you come closer, you realize that this is something deep. The power of invitation will help you get your prospect to see things clearly. So invitation can be in two forms, direct invitation or indirect what? Invitation. An indirect invitation is an invitation where I have to invite somebody without telling them details of everything. A direct invitation is where I have to give them the details of what they are coming for. And every invitation should go with curiosity. A proper invitation is an invitation with curiosity. See, when people are not curious, they don't care. So you want to build size, they just have to be curious. What am I in for? The simplest form of invitation I always do have the highest form of curiosity. Hi, what will your Saturday look like? And the person said, okay, I don't know. And I said, I have something that will shock you. Let's say, what will shock me? I told you to shock you, just come. And most times when they come, and some of them they've seen Trevo before, they say, Trevo, I told you to shock you, enter. Either way, he's shocked. Either way, he's surprised. I have something that will surprise you. I'm telling you, it looks simple, but it has the highest form of curiosity. Why he came is a surprise. If he has not seen it, he's surprised. If he has seen it before, he's surprised that I still invited him. Why are we doing invitation? I've come to learn one big lesson in life. Attendance in a meeting does not determine size. Don't ever believe because people have sat in a presentation, they saw it clearly. In the day I made my decision, I was coming to that meeting, I said whatever they will say, I won't join. We are over 50 of us seated in that meeting. And out of everybody, I think I was the only person that signed up the next day. Months later, somebody met me. He said, Moses, the same day you heard Trevo was the same day I heard it too. He said, what prompted you to join? Did you go back again to listen? I said, no. But the truth is this, I answered him, I said, we might look the same thing, but we did not see the same thing. Many are the eyes that look, few are the eyes that what? See. Don't accept attendance as sight. Before I got to that meeting, I knew I spoke to somebody telling me this kind of thing, this is not my kind of thing. I watered everything down. But I got to the same meeting, I started seeing better. So if you leave your friends behind, because one of the worst way people do this business is they try to go and talk by themselves. We advise you, if you want to build your business faster and simple, learn the power of invitation faster. Make friends but invite. Don't do the talk yourself. People like it hard. Somebody called me, say, Moses. No, he met me on the street, say, Moses. Oh boy, this thing always you. I don't talk my man higher. And I say, who sent you? If it was their assignment, because people don't just say, oh, it's not just to talk, just go and talk. It's not about that. Because when I joined, I didn't know Tom in Trevo. I signed up the next day, so I didn't understand everything, but I knew this was the way. So all I could do was to invite. You get people seated in a meeting, let them listen with their ears. If it makes sense, they should think by themselves. I will tell you, successful invitation is when your prospect has opportunity to meet the product presentation. Anybody who can't see the value will not understand the necessity of the money. The other people they get people to spend money. People are talking about money and they believe one thing. Okay, don't worry. It's making sense. That's what my prospect is here. You might have 30 persons seated in that meeting and they are more confused than you think. Why? What sells in this business is not the money. What sells is the value. I would rather get people to see the value of Trevo and later come and see the money than to see the money and later come and see the value. Because any true intelligent man should know that there is no free money anywhere. True or true? Any wise man should know that money does not just flow to anywhere. Money flows to only where value exists. So if you want to run a successful invitation, because once you start this business, you're supposed to be, if you want to decide, you have to be a professional inviter. Say professional inviter. You have to, your invitation needs to be sharp. You get them seated. Seminar is only 11 o'clock. You should ensure your prospect is seated here 10:45. I've discovered the people who fill up the most seats make the most money. Not the people who talk more. I've seen crazy talkers and they are broke. But you are trying to say everything in the street. People should sit in a presentation. So we advise invitation. On time invitation. Most times, I often do this. Once a prospect has missed the product presentation, we must reschedule. The lady met me in Abuja. She came. We've not seen for 2 years. On my way to Abuja, 2 weeks from my going to Abuja, she sent me a message on WhatsApp. Hi. And because I lost her contact when I had that accident there, my phone lost. As I was shocked. So I invited her to the meeting in Abuja. She came. I didn't know she wouldn't attend the meeting, come for the meeting. She called me later that she has made up her mind to call. She was supposed to get to somewhere. And I was late. I said, okay, just come. Let me just see you. She came around the closure of the meeting, the business session and the closure. Once we are done, she said, I'm interested, I want to sign up now. I smiled. I said, no, wait. That was me. I said, wait to start today. You need to see the value. Wait to start today. You need to see the value. She said, do I need to wait? I said, don't worry. I know she's weak, but see the value. I have to reschedule her again. Normally, I advise people to take the money, but reschedule them again. Even if she does sign up, ensure she come back again. Because if people, you will see the reason. Once people don't have the right perspective, it will affect you in the future. Don't ever allow people to join you because they are encouraging you. You will check on all those things. So proper invitation is ability to ensure your prospects see the value and see the compensation plan. Compensation plan is what you start to get when you understand what this value, when you trade this value. Hello? Then is a proper invitation. The next one is follow-up. we're going to build a proper follow-up system. I think the fortune is in the follow-up. The most simple ways in this business is like follow-up, but the most, not the, I mean, it's too simple saying it, but it's the hardest. And that's where the fortune is. People need to perfect their follow-up skills. For 1 year, you could be following up somebody. But what we are fighting with in this business is actually ignorance. When people say no, some people take there 1 day to clean the ignorance. Some 2 days. I'm telling you, you won't understand. This bottle is good. I've seen a man driving Honda, he's still telling me it's expensive. So it's not the bottle, it's priority. He doesn't see a need of it. But over time, when the ignorance starts cleaning, when they realize its value, they run for it. But if you don't have a good follow-up system, you might not sign them up when you need to sign them up. Why are we talking about the follow-up system? A lot of times people lose their relationship in this business because people say no to them. I've seen people fight with their prospect because they heard no. Somebody came to your meeting and said he's not joining, and you're angry. Somebody just pick offense. He talked to the guy didn't see it. He realized the guy had a bad result in school. He started telling him, you have bad results, nobody will employ you. I'm showing you opportunity for life. He's killing that relationship. Because today the same man is saying no, tomorrow he will say yes. And when he's ready to say yes, he might not see you again. I've seen people fought with their life has separated from some persons because the person said no. I won't blame you, the no can be annoying. Because you are seeing something and the person is not seeing it. And it's easier when the person is not seeing it and the person is quiet. The person is not seeing it and is talking loud. He will flip off. I know the lady who came back crying. She came back crying, cursing the person who disgraced her. Because if the person disgraced her, you won't believe it. The person says, see my life, see your life. See you. Those of people who finish something out. But you see, the best sort of follow up is maintain the relationship. How do you maintain this relationship? Let your eye be on the relationship first before the money. See, I've learned something. That people who are after relationship find it easy building business than people are after money. As long as I'm not doing my business, go out of my life. Some people just cancel, Zoom cancel. They cancel all their contact. And they now say, there's no other person again to talk to. It's a lie. Those persons did not come on board yet. And they are not on board not because the business is not good. They are not on board because they are still at a level of knowledge. So the best way to follow them up is to educate them. Free education. Just consistently, because if you maintain the relationship, consistently educate that guy. And education is only done with people with love. Because if you actually have love for the person, you won't get upset. You just realize, man, that's the way I think. If you like, talk no from now to tomorrow. I have a belief telling me inside that this man is still not informed. I can wait for 1 year. You don't get 1 year till you get cleared. I had a friend yesterday, we were talking on phone, and she said something to me that she wants to come for the presentation now. Guess where she is? Benin. I said, right now, I'm not in Port Harcourt again. If I invite you to Abuja, will you come? She said, yes. I said, I'm in Port Harcourt now. If I invite you to Port Harcourt, won't you come? She said, when? I said, not I'm in Port Harcourt. Can you make it from tomorrow? That's today. We were talking yesterday. And she said, if not, that is urgent. I should make it. I should believe it. Can you make it to Abuja? I'll be coming this weekend. Make it to Abuja for the presentation. She said, yes. I said, wow. Do you know how long we've been talking to her? She has seen it before. but now the ignorance has left completely. So she's easy to go with it. Let's assume I've killed the relationship. Because when people say no, they're actually not saying no to you. They are saying there's the current knowledge around them. And we are actually with the higher knowledge, which is more advanced. Give them time, they will grow to it. But if you are not careful, you'll be tempted to abuse them. The day I saw Trevo, the very first day, I had a friend in my house. I was going for NYSC, and I said to him, "See this thing." You know what he said back to me? He laughed. He said, "If I want more of this, I should come to Lagos. There are still plenty of this there." He's a Lagos guy. He said, "Just join me to the meeting." He refused. Join me. He went for NYSC. He came back. I said, "This business is still good. Push in." He said he wants to start a business. He had 300,000 naira. Then he started a cyber cafe. Look for more money. After a while, we were still talking. And one day he called me. We were talking on phone. I was still educating him. He used time and asked me, "Is it still possible for me to call me?" And I said, "Yes, you can." Guess what? All the way from Ekiti. When he was in my house, I invited him. He didn't come. All the way from Ekiti, he came for presentation here. Yeah, I won't go for you. You will come and listen to it here. When he listened finished, he signed up, went back to Ekiti. Today, he's one of my major leaders in Ekiti. Follow up. You follow up in keeping the relationship. You follow up in educating the person. And how much you educate a man is how much you educate others. I'm telling you, don't sign up. My problem is not the sign up. My problem is, can you please know more about nutrition? Can you please, I don't know if you understand. If you stay more in educating the person, one day the person will deliver himself. Because I believe it's a strong hold, but you don't know. People can hold a knowledge and be dogmatic about it that they can't let it go. So your follow-up should be well professional. Ensure everything you are doing, you are still maintaining the relationship and you are educating the person. Don't try to sell, try to educate during follow-up. And always know when the person is ready. Because one day it will leave. I think that's the best form of follow-up. Then immediately the person comes for a presentation, about when you join, and the person says no. The next one is the 6 degree law of separation. Our business is found with the 6 degree law of separation, and you must understand it. Everybody you know knows somebody you don't know. The mother to your mother is not your mother. And I tell you, if you don't know, I discover not a lot of people understand this law. They come into this business, what they are thinking that they are going to expand it themselves. I'm going to build the goal myself. But see the truth, if I come on board today, and that's the power of network. I know her, but she knows somebody I don't know. I went to Abuja recently, just in Abuja on Sunday. One of us that was with us met a guy. She was talking to a policeman. The policeman she was talking to, this was a very funny one. She was talking to the policeman. I believe the policeman was talking to her because he was interested in her, not because he was telling the business. If I was the one talking to him, he must have left. She wasn't even talking about the business, she was trying to invite him. Another man somewhere else was listening. So when she left, that one, the man was the one gisting me now. He met the policeman and said, "I want that lady's number. I'm interested in what she was saying." You know what the policeman said? The policeman said, "I'm not giving you." He said he begged the policeman for the number, that he wants to die, he's interested in the business. This just happened on Sunday, last Sunday. The policeman said, "Go and buy me a recharge card." He now went to buy 200 naira recharge card. Begged the policeman for the number with 200 naira recharge card. That man called, she gave me the phone, I invited the man to come for the meeting. The man came, heard everything, he was excited. He said this is like a deliverance for him. He came again the next one, he was happy. He said, "We had no money." I told him, just do step 1 in our business, the 9 simple step. Step 2 is capitalization and partnership. I told him the ABC of raising capital: ask, borrow, and capitalize. He said, on Friday he came back, he said, it's like I'm a prophet. That immediately he went out, he tried it, somebody just gave him 10,000 naira immediately. And that person gave him the money again. He just came, paid his money, took his teller. This Sunday, he called me. That's this Sunday. The first one happened the past Sunday. Then this Sunday, he said, that's yesterday. He said, was calling me, and I came out of church. I answered his call. He said, can I see you now? Then I'm trying to get to me. He said, he met 2 army generals who wants to see me. I thought he was joking. I got to him, he put me on call. The army general, the man said, he heard about me. He met the man, he was telling the man about Trevo. The man said, I know of Trevo. People have been saying that bottle is good. That's why I love this brand. It has a good testimony. The man has said, but nobody has told him more about it. He said, I know the director of the company. And I was privileged to be the director he was talking about. So when I was talking with the man on phone, the man said, he's a Muslim, so it's Ramadan, they want to go for their prayer. He said, the hour is tight right now, that can we pre-book to see? I said, I'm leaving Abuja and I'm coming back. He said, fine, there's no problem. As long as we've spoken on phone, as I'm coming back, he's gathering all the other army generals. They used to have a club meeting. He want me to come and educate them about what. 6-degree law of separation. Everybody you know knows somebody you don't know. To build this volume is like mystery. I didn't know it. It's going. I met another guy. We were just talking. He was supposed to show me the house I want to get now. We started talking. Instead, he called mad about this business. He called 3 guys and has link in House of Representatives. Said they've been thinking of what to sell in this business. I mean, what to invest money on. I said, no, it's not money. Why am I saying? You think you need the whole world? It's not the whole world, sir. Today I have people in Canada, I have people in Dubai, I have people in Benin Republic. I have people almost everywhere that my legs have not stepped to. Because everybody you know knows somebody you don't know. It's wickedness for people are wicked to their own self when they despise this opportunity. Because it's not about you. Once you can cross your first generation, second generation, most times it expands beyond you. The 6-degree law of separation can build an unimaginable volume you can never imagine. I'll be leaving this country soon. 6-degree law of separation. Somebody knows somebody that also knows somebody. The only way to stop it from happening is never to join and never to have anybody come through you. You either close your net or you open your nets. I told somebody, when you said no, you thought you were doing acting to me. You just close the net, you start knowing. For my first 200 persons came out of just 3 persons. Somebody knows somebody that also knows somebody. 6-degree law of separation in building volume. This is science we are talking about, how size is built. Let's talk about how strength is built. Are we together? For the strength in this business, because we can balance the size and the strength, I think we are doing business. In building the strength, the first thing you need to know is this: building with the right perspective. What affects a lot of people's net? They build a large net, but they build with a poor perspective. Any perspective this guy, the first guy up, is coming in with, is a perspective is going to give those 3 guys. The same perspective is what those 3 guys is going to pass down. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. What will shock you is this: it is a weak perspective. That net to the what? Weak. Simple formula. So when a lot of time people just come, I see people build in a very funny way. They tell their prospect, as they join, they show them an alert. That's the weak perspective of joining. They're telling this guy, It's my alert that is making you do this business. So when you join, you should also be looking for alerts, not the real facts of the business. I still wait for the reason why I need to show people my alert before they make a decision. Somebody met me and said, just show me your alert, I will just do it. I say, you will not do anything. Even if you join, you will not, because the joining is not the important thing. Any focused person that will do well because of the principles behind the business, not because of your own alerts. But when I join, the person who brought me has no alert to show me. If I was waiting for his own alerts, then I won't still see a reason to build this business. The right perspective will build the strength of any net. So if the perspective is strong, that net will be strong. I would rather have people join me because of the value, not for money. I would prefer people join me because of the value, not because of money. I would rather have people join me because they understand what Trevo is. So people come around and they say, I don't need to do authorship. I say it's a poor mentality. I believe if this bottle is good, it's enough reason for people to join. People who join with that perspective build fast. I would rather have people join me for residual income than to join me for active income. That's why we don't preach how to sell this bottle. Because if you like sell 1 million of this bottle, what you are simply making is an active income, not a passive income. If you like recruit the whole world and you don't learn, your mind is not on the residual, you can only make instant income. Hope you know once you sign up one person, it's 10,000, that's an instant income. Why don't you put your mind in building a more residual income? That any day you're not even doing anything, as long as the residual income is there, you can make money. That's the right perspective. The next thing in building a large strength is training. Proper training will build strengths. Whatever your teammates feed on is what they will grow with. So then plug your people into the proper training system if you want to build strength. The next one is frequency. Frequency will tell the strength of elements, just as the training will tell. The frequency has to do with the numbers of persons who come back every month to buy that brand in your own nets. But your frequency can be low. You have to check back. It's telling you the strength of your nets is low. It's not the SIM card MTN is selling that is making them a strong business. It's the recharge card every day. So it's not getting people signed up that will determine the strength of your nets. It's the numbers of people who will come back every month, every day to buy this bottle. It will always start from how they join and the training they undergo. Then the last one is leadership. Leaders make the net strong. They are like the pillars in every net. If the leaders in your net is strong, that net will be strong. So every time you sort out leaders, you could have a leader in your 4th generation, 5th generation. When I started, I used to have only first to third, strong nets, first to third. From 4th to 5th, I always discover it's not as strong as I want it. Until leaders start rising from the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and it's still growing. These things are not difficult when you follow it pace by pace. Then the last one is frequency. Can we say frequency? Frequency has to do with the numbers of times people can come back every month to buy the brands. The frequency in every business is actually what determines the residual income in that business, the strength of that net. Frequency. We have V.V.F, the value, the volume, and the frequency. In our business, we have 2 forms of frequency. We have the
I've been working for years. I'm married with kids. In and out of work. I put on a coat, a dress that looked like one was happy. I don't know if you're with me. But inside, I knew I wasn't that happy person. Okay? Always looking for something to do, something to give you that joy in terms of having time for your family and being able to meet up your responsibilities. But nothing was just coming. Why? Because we find ourselves in a country where you have to be the one to pay your light bills, pay your children's school fees. I've been working for years. I'm married with kids. I've been working for years. I'm married with kids. In and out of work, I put on a coat, a dress that looked like one was happy. I don't know if you're with me. But inside, I knew I wasn't that happy person. Okay? Always looking for something to do, something to give you that joy in terms of having time for your family and being able to meet up your responsibilities. But nothing was just coming. Why? Because we find ourselves in a country where you have to be the one to pay your light bills, pay your children's school fees. I've been working for years. I'm married with kids. In and out of work, I put on a coat, a dress that looked like one was happy. I don't know if you're with me. But inside, I knew I wasn't that happy person. Okay? Always looking for something to do, something to give you that joy in terms of having time for your family and being able to meet up your responsibilities. But nothing was just coming. Why? Because we find ourselves in a country where you have to be the one to pay your light bills, pay your children's school fees, fuel your generator, pay your house, and everything is on you. And the minimum wage is little or nothing to write home about. Now I came onto this platform, and what this team has been able to do for me, we are called Fortune Expression. It has been able to make me a better person. Are you with me? It makes you to see the gold you have in you. It makes you to understand that you are more than a conqueror. It makes you to understand that all you need to do is to have faith and take a first step towards conquering your fears. Are you with me? Now, we're going to have on stage one of us, someone I respect so much, a director in this business, to come and give us a little introduction into what this platform is all about. This platform has been able to raise amazing leaders, amazing people that have been recognized